Hello, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. How are you today? I hope everyone is healthy. My name is Areta Adianitias. You can call me Areta. I am from the first semester of Diploma 3 in Blood Bank Technology Health Polytechnic of the Ministry of Health Semarang. On this occasion, I would like to inform you about blood transfusion. The agenda that I will discuss is definition of blood transfusion, the parts of blood, risks of a blood transfusion, and the last other tips of blood donation. Okay, first I will explain briefly what is a blood transfusion. What is a blood transfusion? During a blood transfusion, you receive blood or parts of blood chalk and line. The bloods may be from a donor or you may receive your own blood that has been stored from you. There are several parts of blood that can be transfused: red blood cell and the most common type of blood produced transfusion. There are many reasons you may need a transfusion. Your healthcare provider will explain the reason for your transfusion. Next, why make I need a blood transfusion? There are several reasons why you may need a blood transfusion, such as a sudden loss of blood due to an accident or injury, blood loss as a result of surgery, a low hemoglobin level before, during, or after surgery, or hemoglobin is the protein in a red blood cell that carries oxygen, severe heart, lung, liver, or kidney disease, bone marrow failure, and moderate to severe anemia, decreased red blood cell. Next, the part of blood. Human blood is made of blood cell and a fluid called plasma. Plasma carries red and white blood cell and platelets. Each part of blood has a special function. This part can be separated from each other. Bone marrow, the soft, spongy material in the center of the bones, makes most of the body blood cell. Here is a look at each part of the blood and why it might be transfused. Red blood cell. The cell carry oxygen from your lungs to other body organ. They also carry carbon dioxide back to the lungs to be filtered or exhaled. Next, a white blood cell. The cell fight infection by destroying bacteria, virus, and other germs. Platelets. These little pieces of a blood cell help blood clot. Your body may not make enough platelets. And last, plasma. The fluid carries the blood cell all over the body. It contains protein, vitamin, and minerals. Okay, next, what are the risks of a blood transfusion? Donated blood is carefully tested which lower the chance of transfusion-related infection. Donated blood is tested for hepatitis virus B and C, HIV, human lymphotropic virus, and syphilis. Most transfusions are done without any problem. Mild side effects can often be treated with medicine if you need more transfusion. Marked side effects might include symptoms and of allergy reactions such as headache, fever, itching, takes more effort to breathe, and rest. Serious side effects are rare. They may include trouble breathing, chest pain, and sudden drop in blood pressure. Other types of blood donation. In addition to general volunteer blood donation, there are two other types of blood donation. Number one, direct blood donation and donating blood for yourself, or autologous donation. Direct blood donation. This is when friend or family donates blood for a certain person. This blood is set aside from that person's use. This type of donation requires a prescription and must be scheduled in advance. Direct blood donation go through the same testing as other volunteer donation. If the person does not use this donated blood, it may be made available for someone else. Donating blood for yourself or autologous donation. This is your blood that you donate for your own use. It is set aside and can be transfused back into your own body if needed for a later planned surgery. Next, what happened during a blood transfusion? A blood transfusion may occur as part of your hospitalization of, or it may be done as an outpatient. This means you go home the same day. The first blood is collected and stored in jam-free bags. The bags are used once and then thrown anyway. Before blood is given to you, it is a cross match with your own blood to make sure it is compatible. The blood will be given through a needle or thin tube catheter placed in even. Your temperature, blood pressure, and heart rate will be checked many times while the blood is being given. And the last, it might take a few hours to complete the process. Okay, next steps. Before you agree to test or the procedure, make sure you know number one, the name of the test or procedure, the reason you are having the test or procedure, what result to expect and what they mean, the risks and benefits of the test or procedure, what the possible side effect or complication are, when and where you are to have the test procedure, who will do the test or procedure, and what the person qualification are. What will happen if you did not have the test or procedure? Next, any alternative test or procedure to think about. When and how will you get the result? Who to call after the test or procedure if you have question or problem? And the last, how much will you have to pay for the test or procedure? All right, everyone, that's enough for my presentation. If you have a question, please write them in the column comments. Thank you to the audience for their attention and participants. That's all I have time for. Thank you very much for your listening. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.